For some reason, it just... There we go. We're up. Alright. Anyway. No, apparently it just never started. Not entirely sure what that was about, but anyway, it doesn't matter, regardless. Yeah, so on my streaming software, it said I was live. If I went into my like a thumbnail of my stream, it showed what I was doing. But if you actually load it into the stream, nothing, nothing there. I don't know. Yeah, it was just Twitch being weird. I don't know. I'm up now, so that's all that matters. All right, time to switch back over to the other screen. I was just checking something real fast. Anyway, welcome one, welcome all. We are just getting reorganized after yesterday's escapades. I am distributing weapons and gear in order to, well, lighten the load on my main character. We need to find a place where we can stash our crap. That was something somebody asked yesterday, actually, whether or not we could stash the gear in a box on a map and then come back later and it would still be there. So let's go ahead, go over here to this. I'm going to speed time up here a little bit. We will put this and this into the barrel.
Here I am.
So if we come back and there are 5 stones and 3 mushrooms in there, that means everything works as hoped for.
As you say.
Let's head to the tavern over here, I think. Yeah. We'll head to the tavern over here. We will get all kinds of set up. And God, hold on 1 second. Let me take care of GX here real quick. CPU limiter, do not take any of my CPU. Wow. 8%. You can have 8%. I'll give you that much. Alright. Anyway, so.
Yes?
We need a room for the night. And everybody's pretty hurt, so we will rent for everybody a giant... Oh. Oh. Oh, okay. That's what it was. It was the guard that we hired. Why do we need a guard? That's my question. Why would we need a guard? I added the VTuber tag to my own stream. I'm not going to let Twitch tell me what I am. By the way. I will own it rather than have it forced upon me.
I'm listening. Go ahead. I go.
Um, you know what? Actually, I don't even need. Crap, that was the wrong one. I'm the smartest of potatoes. Let's get rid of all this stuff. I don't need this running either. We'll make the game itself as smooth as possible. At the very least, I should have auto-saved when I exited the tavern, so it should be right back where we started, or where we just backed out of. I meant to close Opera completely. I don't even need that running right now. I have my phone showing my actual stream, so okay, so it didn't autosave when we left the tavern, but it autosaved when we slept. Either way, all we did was step out. So,
I'm listening. I go.
all right then.
I'm listening.
Did we have any quests that we needed to turn in here? I know we were about to go turn in a quest. Log? No. J. I guess J works for side quests. I did do that. That's true. Wait, is that a side quest? Okay. Well, if that's a side quest, then I can actually do it.
I go.
The only thing I'm not allowed to do is the main quest line. At least until I'm like level 20, level 25.
I go.
But that's finding paths.
I'm listening.
Apparently, I'm unworthy. Rude.
I go.
Okay, I can't complete this task. But I absolutely can loot everything in this room. What happened to the estate? Self-imposed restriction. I am not supposed to complete the main quest line or any more of the main quest line until I reach level 25. At the very earliest. I want to complete as many side quests as possible before moving on to the next part of the main quest line. However, I may have messed up here because this is part of the main quest line. I thought the main quest line was having me go down to. I just finished a cup of water. I am a direct descendant. Well, that is interesting. Espen did have an heir, a son named Aldnar, but there's no way for Aldnar to claim the legacy since he quite decisively turned traitor to the crown. The matter of patricide makes him doubly damned on that account. My sympathies for your loss, by the way. I'm over it. What about the money? No matter. We have a record of every noble title and line and knighthood in Izilmarad right here in this building going back centuries. You merely need to locate the correct document confirming your claim. Shouldn't take more than an hour, providing I don't get turned around in the stacks. Make yourselves comfortable. Perhaps you would like to peruse this treatise on the correlation of grain supply with the number of offspring of noble houses. Gonna go ahead with no on that one, fam. No. Where's my cursor? Oh, I don't get a cursor. Okay. What did you find? There is no record of my birth at all? I don't recall that I've ever searched for such a record and found an error like this. Imagine how I feel. This raises questions of whether I even exist, since there's no record of the event. I love it. That issue I cannot address. I never cared for the subject of metaphysics. Regarding your problem, if you wish to claim the title and the estate of Lord Espen, you must find documented proof of your lineage. And oh my god, the AC is getting cold. Alexa, set temperature 71.
The AC is keeping the temperature around 71, and between 65 and 71.
AC, shut up. I command you, you're cold. Alexa, set thermostat to heat. You interrupted me. Alexa, set thermostat to heat.
It's set to heat.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Happy to help.
Alright. So I need to prove my own existence. Got it. Return to me with the correct documentation and I will see that you are recognized as Lord Espen's daughter and heir. Okay, cool. But, what about all of the stuff that you have to offer? like, you know, scrolls and knowledge and spells. Don't mind me. I'm not pillaging a library. I'm, doing research. Yes. A great deal of research and study and, shut up. Oh no! They got mad at me. They got mad at me. Load? Apparently I took too much. Whoopsies. It wasn't me, it was the one-armed man. I am but a poor blind beggar. Okay, so, is it just that I took too much too fast? Oh. So they don't care as long as they don't take it. So maybe I just... What's up, Burrows? So maybe I just look for the good stuff and don't take anything else. We already know that one. Man, they have a lot of identify scrolls. I don't need
go.
Alright, so... We've already gone through all of this. Thank you. No. Now they're gonna take away my cursor. Well, we redistributed our armor after yesterday's fateful events. And then, yeah. We're here now. Accidentally, on purpose, progressing with the main storyline, even though I'm not ready to do so yet. However, I don't think this will complete that portion of the quest, so right now we're here to rob a library. I mean, you know, as one does. No record of my birth. How do you think I feel? This is proof I don't exist.
Speak your
maybe
mind,
we should use
if
our
you
ranger
insist.
to do this, because she's like stealthy and whatnot, so... I think we had this book already. Yeah, we already have that book. Oh, by the way. Exactly, right? So remember how I said that every object has a really unique flavor text yesterday? Well, even more so than that. So we've got a depiction of the book itself. I mean, we have a nice picture there as well. But like, also a little bit of a back history on what the book is, what it, you know, what its relevance to the world is, all of that. But then, this is something I did not show yesterday. We can open the book. And we can actually read the book. Artwork and everything. Exactly. super cool. I love it. So there's nothing over there. I wonder, could I just send
Yes.
her to the bookshelf? Oh, okay. Before we do this and screw up everything, let's just go ahead and F5 and autosave. Oh, well, that wasn't okay. So I can't do it from the bookshelf, but would you look at that? I ruined everything. So glad I saved. Now, I think it's a random chance for whether or not you
Speak
get
your
in trouble,
mind.
or get caught, rather. Alright, wish me luck. Ha! He only kind of cared that time.
If you insist.
Alright. F5 again. There's probably not much in... Hello. I didn't get caught! Hell yeah! What's in the box? There's a table with stuff on it over there. Alright. I just want to see what's inside. Don't hate me, don't hate me, don't hate me. They hate me. Okay, it's only gold. I don't care about gold. Okay. We have finished robbing the library. We got everything of value. There's a few identify scrolls and stuff like that left in here. But, like, I don't need those. We already have them. Ugh. Okay, we're good. We're
I'm
good.
listening. Like go.
Yeah, identify scroll, the book. Okay, all right. We're good. We're
As
good.
you say.
Crap. Yeah, we advanced the main storyline. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to advance the main storyline at all, but I guess it's too late now. So either way, no. I'm not. No, we're not doing the thing you want to do. Get
Like
us out of
go.
here. All right. See, the thing is that like. So it was more than just. Okay. We didn't even complete what Held wanted us to do in there. Instead, I did that. Whatever. At least now we can go into the Hall of Records without getting, Why is it paused? Oh, because my keyboard is sensitive as hell. Yeah, I didn't even... I brushed my thumb against the space bar, and it was like, oh yeah, you definitely hit that key. Alright, so... So it wants me to find a fertile patch of ground. The dryad wants me to find a fertile patch of ground somewhere and bury its seed, brother tree. I've been ambushed on my way. I've been ambushed by a bunch of tiny spiders.
I'm listening. I go.
Well, damn, about that. They're gone now. Let's get going again.
I'm listening.
Now,
I go.
where is this fertile patch of ground? Is that it? Plant the dryad seed. Okay. Now, I feel like something might happen.
As you say.
I expected like a tree to pop up. Old beginnings. And the quest log says, I killed the dryad for his efforts, blah, blah, blah,
You're
blah.
in charge.
I was not really given an option. I mean, I guess I could have just not killed him, but like murder and whatnot. Besides, he attacked first. I can't feel bad for reacting to his action.
Hello.
But now we were about to reward me for my efforts. I bestow my blessing upon you. Rejoice in the splendor of... Thank you. Well, I already killed someone once today. I guess it was just a warm-up.
What?
So that's it. That's it. The only choice I really have at this point is whether or not I want to kill. Did I get... Okay, I got experience for it, so I guess there's that. The Screaming Barrens. So this one and this one are two that I could complete. Come on now.
Hi.
So let's head over this way. I could have sworn that I had killed all of the undead in here, but maybe I was wrong.
I'm listening. I go.
Maybe I'd missed something? I guess we'll find out.
I'm listening. I go.
Yes.
I do need to buy more arrows. A few stacks of them. There are some areas that I haven't looked at, but like they're not.
By steel and stone! Go ahead. As you say.
I don't know why I'm
Speak
letting
if
them
you
get hurt.
insist. Look into my eyes as you perish.
What do you need? You're in charge.
We leveled up. Okay. Let's go down here.
Well,
Yeah.
Don't you have another lickspittle?
I mean, I'm using basically only bows, and she is a ranger, so...
Whatever you say. Hi. What do you need?
And this guy with his ridiculous amount of, He's maxed out! Fine, we'll max out that stat too.
I'm listening. You're in charge.
What? Blood and souls.
Whatever you say.
There we go.
I go.
Me? I'll cut you into little pieces.
I wonder if there's another area I have to go to.
Go ahead.
Oh, and
Here I am.
excuse me. She needs to learn all of those. We didn't steal them for no reason.
Whatever you say.
Speak your mind.
Yes. I'm always ready.
Go ahead.
state your will.
What do you wish of
Here
me?
I am.
What do you need?
I feel like I saw something.
We'll find a solution.
Scribe scroll, scribe scroll. You already know that one. Scribe that scroll too.
You're in my way.
I'll make it.
Don't you
Oh, I
have
want that
an
one.
hell? Take the hindmost.
I'm listening. As you say.
Did I actually end up equipping
What?
those arrows? No, I did not.
What do you need? Hi.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Speak your mind. I Die.
Is this it?
Die.
Whatever you like,
I mean,
go.
regardless, that's a bunch of extra experience, so can't be too upset. Take those. Yeah, I'm pretty sure all the undead are in fact dead now. Who do I talk to? Phone. Shush. Brother Wembley told me the undead were venturing north from the Screaming Bears into the Merchant's Rift town in the forest. I need to slay them all and restore the order of nature. Does anybody remember where Brother Wembley was? I do not remember this person.
Hi.
But either way, all of the undead are in fact returned to the realm of the dead. So we're good, right? Like that's everything. Hidden cabin? That's new. Might there be more side quests? Here's hoping. Either that or it's just going to be a lot of grinding as we travel from place to place.
I'm listening. Like, go. As you say.
Oh, right.
I'm listening. Like, go.
Now I remember what the hidden cabin is. Maybe I have to go to the Merchant Road? Brother Wembley. Is he the guy in the... Wolves?
Yes.
I'm listening. Like, go.
I mean, that worked. Is he the guy in this place? Let's head to the Merchant Road, and if we don't find what we're looking for here, then we'll head down south to Facet, whatever. Yeah, I just paused to assign skills, since apparently she won't use them on her own. There is also a setting that you can use, pause, and the game will auto pause upon any of these events triggering. So, like, if I wanted to, I could toggle the auto pause at start of combat, or whenever an enemy is spotted, or yeah. Or whenever you finish casting an ability so that you can then go back in and cast the next one. Actually, I might do that. You know, we'll set it up like that
I'm
for now
listening.
and see if that,
I go.
see how that goes.
By steel and stone.
Yeah, it works. Where did my audio go? Oh, okay, it was my end. My headset muted itself for some reason.
Go ahead. As you say.
So maybe there are undead here on the wandering, on the merchant road. We'll find out in a second here.
Even the mightiest fall.
Yes.
So let's see. If I cast that. Okay.
Speak your mind.
Oh.
What do you need?
That wolf exploded. Oh, there are undead here.
You're in
Would you look at
charge.
that?
Taste steel.
I'm always ready. What do you wish of
Don't
me?
you have another lickspittle?
Whatever you say.
Well?
I can understand that.
Go
Absolutely.
We'll find a solution.
Whatever you say.
Yes.
Hey, would you look at that? She
We'll
leveled up
find a
again.
solution. I'm always ready.
Hold up. Do I have to enable her to be able to cast spells of different levels? Oh, you know we gotta take Fireball. What does this do? Enhances aptitude for elevated energy level spells by both increasing available casting slots for such spells as well as decreasing the time needed to rest between casting them. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. She's not capable of casting Fireball yet. Also, yes. Let's rest here for a second.
What?
Okay, okay. Too much growling. Too much growling.
What do you need? Aye.
What do you wish of me?
I'm listening.
Me?
We'll find a solution.
You're in my way.
I'll make it.
What I'm thinking is... Okay, alright.
Whatever you like, go.
Yes. I'm always ready.
What I'm
What do you
thinking is
wish of
she
me?
doesn't
I'm
have a
always
spell
ready.
slot.
What do you
for-
wish of me? We'll find a solution.
I think she just doesn't have the ability to cast it yet. Also, magical perception. I don't know how to use that yet.
What do you need? Aye.
So, what if we open the character sheet? Go to
Here
her.
I am.
Yes.
Her. How do I check her spellbook? Oh! I have to memorize them! Oh my god! So she doesn't have any 5th level spell slots. So I can't actually use that spell even though I know it. I'm loving this. Do it. Do it. Peace was never an option. And you notice how it's grayed out? I'm guessing it's grayed out because I cast it already. So, like, I can remove that, and it's not asking me if I want to get rid of it because I've already cast it, which means that I have to wait until my next sleep anyway to gain that spell again. Much like it works in D&D. So... No, I just, at the end of the day, when I sleep, I get my spells back. Though, at least the ones that I memorize. It's exactly the same way it works in D&D. If you haven't played D&D, don't worry about it, but that's how it works. We'll take Drain Life. I can deal with one of those. Now, Ride the Lightning. What's this do? Okay, so it's a damage dealer. Yeah, I want a Mystic Bulwark in that slot. Now, I don't have any 3rd level spells, so I don't have any base energy Elevated means that I'm casting this, I guess, at a higher level, or maybe that it requires a higher level. I don't know. All I know is that's awesome. So I can also save favorites. And Fireball, of course, will have to be on the favorite list. Now,
Go ahead.
okay. So,
I'm always ready.
if I take a... Oh, we can't.
I'm listening.
Okay, everybody, you come over here. We'll take a rest. Okay, fair enough.
What do you need? You're in charge.
So yeah, it works exactly the same way it works in a D&D. I am currently playing a level 8 Triton Wizard, Blade Singer, actually, if I want to get technical about it.
By steel and stone. Go ahead. As you say.
That poor forest spider just got utterly decimated. Okay, Brother Wimley is the Temple of Alnarius in... Oh, that's where he is, and he was gonna give me a reward too. Let's go turn in for the, if for nothing else, for the experience. Don't feel too old. I mean, from the sound of it, you're older than I am, but you know, I'm like 98 in spirit and body. So, you know.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
Actually, honestly, kind of, on some days it feels like I'm pushing like 140.
I go.
Can I help you?
You! Give me my experience. I have slain every undead plaguing the Merchant's Road. Frabjous? A frabjous day? Kalu Calais? I am lucky in that regard. I am getting shot through with silver streaks as I grow older. But I am very, very slowly getting gray hair. I mean, some days it feels like I'm just completely gray when I like run my hands through my hair and come back with, you know, like 2 or 3 silver hairs coming sticking to my hand. But yeah, for the most part, I'm still... My hair is still as black as the day I was born. Please accept this pendant. Okay. Pendant. What is said pendant?
Speak your mind.
Grants divine aid. Now, the question is, what is divine aid?
Don't you have another hospital?
I have too much hair. And not in the normal way of like, you
If you
know,
insist.
I'm listening.
it left my head and moved to my back. I genuinely need to get a haircut. I have put it off for going on 2 years, actually, since the last time I cut my hair. Seemed less than important. And I shaved my head once. I agree with you. I would not look good bald. When I was 18, I was working on a cattle farm and we were doing
I'm
brush
listening.
burning. And I decided to climb on top of the burning pile of brush. You know, just started to tamp it down a little bit.
Let go.
You know, the normal, like, 18-year-old, I'm a dumbass doing dangerous shit kind of thing. Anyway, lost, like, a good chunk of, like, half of my hair. Half of my head of hair just, like, sort of vanished in the heat. And I was like, well, screw it. Most of it's gone anyway. I'll just buzz it down to basically nothing. And, yeah, it was a mistake, but I didn't really care. I was living in the middle of nowhere. It didn't really matter to me, you know? Okay, so we should go there. Mine's between my shoulder blades. To imagine what I look like, just think of a black-haired Hagrid. Dude, that isn't even the most dangerous thing I did on that farm. It was so... I nearly died at least 3 times while I was working there, and I've nearly died well over 10 in my life that I know of.
I'm listening.
I am
Let
so
go.
far beyond caring about dying.
By steel and stone.
And once you get past that fear of death, it's sort of just,
Go ahead. What do you need? As you say.
there really isn't anything scary at that point. It's more just like, I don't want to die, so, you know, I try to avoid it as best as
Yes.
possible, but... You do what you gotta do. Why? Why do they all hate me?
Yes.
Okay, you know what? You know
I'll
what,
make it.
guys? You know what I have? I have Fireball. Oh, that sound effect, though.
Speak your mind.
Man, that sound effect for Fireball was nice.
I'm always ready.
I wish I had sight lines beyond the trees.
Well?
Whatever you say.
What do you wish of me?
That all depends on how much you like your companions.
I see a light.
Don't you have another lick spittle?
We'll find a solution.
What?
I'm always ready.
What is Stonewall? Sometimes you need a good thick wall. Create one of these blocks movement. Okay.
Me?
We'll find a solution.
We'll give it to you. That is true. Yo, look at that.
I'm listening.
That's not a fight I
Whatever you
wanted,
say.
though. Like,
You're in charge.
there was no reason for that. I was trying to be nice. I was trying to be reasonable. I was trying to solve the problem without violence. And what was my reward for that? My reward was I was forced through no choice of my own to murder a group of innocent elves attempting to save their forest from these horrible people who
Go
just keep
ahead.
trampling through
Why?
and doing something very I don't know, very horrible something.
Even the mightiest fall.
What do you wish of me?
Let's see. Let's check out this stone wall. Oh. Oh.
Whatever you say. I go.
Can you please not? Are you going to
Yes?
try and murder me?
Can I help you?
Can I help? Greetings.
What do you need? Hi.
Okay, well, at least they're not hostile. I guess let's go. Wait. Wait, whoa, hold on. I'm sorry, potion of invisibility? Okay, that's not what I'm looking for, though. Distracted. With hungover adventures, they were really angry at the liquor thieves and they spent... Okay, alright.
Go ahead. You're in charge.
Taste steel!
Yeah, why not? I don't even know what that was. But it sure is quite dead now. Must I? Fine. How about you split your loot up amongst the rest of us?
I'm listening.
You know what? I want to identify that. Is that better than what I or the other guy are wearing? Oh, by a lot, yes. Do they all have the same stats? Yeah, they do. Elven gloves, elven half plate, more elven half plate, arrow of the hunt, elven gloves. Well, at the very least, I'll have stuff to sell next time I go to the,
State your will.
He can't wear it. He does not have the skill set to wear it. Identify Elven Glaive. Okay. Aim and accuracy plus 10%.
Yes?
Well?
Speak your mind.
Oh, I completely missed that. I'm sorry, Burrows. I was really into what I was doing.
What do you wish of me?
Alright. So,
Go ahead.
you still got some stuff you need to get rid of. Oh, don't worry. You're among good company here.
We'll find a solution.
Oh, she can't carry any.
What?
What do you need?
Yes?
Don't you have another lick
Whatever you
spittle?
say.
Me?
I'm always ready.
Here I am.
I'm
Whatever you
listening.
say.
What?
I'm listening.
Don't you
Yes?
have another lick spittle?
State your will.
Go
We're
ahead.
getting close to max
As
capacity
you
here.
say.
That's a tent of some variety. Okay, but seriously, where's the...
What do you need? I go.
Do we have to sleep until nighttime here? The ghost people should be here.
You're in charge.
Okay, they are.
Hi.
Well,
Go ahead, as you say.
Well, I mean, the elves aren't going to be an issue anymore. What do you mean I haven't resolved the problem? The elves are dead. I mean, that's kind of a resolution. Oh, is there more? There's more.
Can I help you?
Oh my god! I guess the way to... As usual, the
do you
path
wish
to
of me?
peace is littered with bodies. Don't worry, you want peace.
What do you need?
We'll find a
No,
solution.
no. Cancel that. Cancel that. Use it on them.
Speak your mind.
Heal him.
I'm always ready.
Here I am.
Not skills.
What do you wish of me?
No, that helps them. Summon both.
Me? Look into my eyes as you perish.
I'm always ready.
Okay, whatever.
Don't you have another lick spittle? Blood and souls.
We got this.
Whatever you say.
I mean,
Yes?
Me?
I'm listening.
Speak your mind.
oh god, we're gonna be so encumbered.
Go ahead. Aye.
The audio for that armor, though. I should have had her.
I'm
learn
listening.
that.
Let go.
Can I help you?
I mean, I tried, right? You got booted to another channel. That's not what we want. Who else am I supposed to be talking to?
What do you need? You're in charge.
Alright, let's go find and murder some more elves. I mean, I should really, You know what? I'm gonna tap out here for a second. Let's go to the city and go sell some stuff. Actually, I don't have to go to the city. Well, this doesn't really matter where I go. Let's go to the city. Weird. I'm just gonna go ahead and assume it's something I did and it's my fault. I mean, you know, it's always a safe assumption.
Speak your mind.
I'm listening.
Oh,
Let go.
Huh. That's strange. Almost as strange as my... Bye? So, is anybody able to switch the resolution over to 1080p by any chance? For some reason, my only option is 720, but I'm broadcasting in 1080. And like when you go over to the VODs of the games that I play, you can go to 1080, but just not the live. I don't know.
I'm listening. Let go.
I'll have to look into why it's doing that, I guess, but maybe somebody knows. I mean, Zen, if you want to look into that as a problem and see if there's a solution, you know that I'm using Streamlabs, so... It's a Twitch thing? It might be the ingest server that I'm using. I can use the number keys to switch between my people? Well, that's good to know. Ah, fair enough. What's L7? It has... Did I find a bugged item? I found a bugged item. It's a halberd with 0 damage and 0 weight. No, that's a bugged item. Look at the stats on it. No, I own it. That's in my inventory. Use it. It's got... Oh. My phone died. Well, Dragon.exe is not going to work for a little bit, I guess. Give me a second here. Wait, my phone didn't die. It restarted. Give me a second here. Oh, phone. No. Okay, it's okay for you to be dead. It's okay for you to be dead. No. I just needed to open up. Okay, there we go. We're back. We're good. Let's take a screenshot of that and let's post it to the dev. Let me go over to Discord real quick. Did I ever join I didn't join their Discord. I'm an awful person. Hold on. This is why I need to get a dedicated webcam. Specifically this reason right here. All right, Discord. That's their Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, Discord. Anybody have the web address for their Discord? Black guys are Discord. Got it. Never mind. Oh, it's gonna want me to go there, then I can do that, right? Right? Must I wave to say hello? I'm so confused. I can't get into the actual Discord itself. Investors. Hit the wave to get full server access in welcome. Okay. There we go. All right. I found the best weapon. Now I actually need that screenshot. Where did it get saved to? Probably screenshot? No. Steam? Where are my screenshots saved? Okay, it doesn't matter what I click because I'm not going to any of that anyway. Show on disk. Thank you. I found the best weapon. Don't worry. Everything's good. I posted it to them. All good. Get rid of all of this. Sell. Keep the arrows of the hunt. Rid of that. Get rid of those. I wish there were a whatever, it doesn't matter. I wish there were a way to put on like that there were a ammo tab instead of weapons being part of the ammo as well. Because like I don't want to have my ammo and my weapons sorted at in the same area. I just shared a screenshot of the item. I mean, if the devs want to come into the stream and ask more about it, I'm gonna hold on to it. So, oh, and we also have to check out.
I'm listening.
Let's make sure everybody's got a decent weight going
your
on.
mind.
Oh my god, you're still well over encumbered. I'm not gonna have to buy ammo for a while at least.
What?
Rid of all that. We'll hang on to that for now. Sort by weight. Select all common. And then deselect those. Sell. Alright, cool. Now, when we leave here, we have a barrel here that should have some stuff in it. It has our stuff in it. That means I can pick random barrels and objects around the town to store my crap in.
Speak your mind.
Yes?
Don't you have another lickspittle?
Hey, give me the arrows, though. Like, I do want those.
If you insist.
I'm always ready.
Whatever, you know what? Well, I put these in here, like, at the beginning of the stream. They've been there for an hour and a half, and we've been moving all over the map this entire time. So, yeah, I mean, probably not a bad idea to save, but...
I'm listening. Like go.
Well, I mean, to be fair, right now I'm just storing, you know, crap items in here. I'm not storing anything terribly important. You know, hides and some potions and, you know,
Go ahead. As you say.
I'm not storing anything I would miss if it got missed. Let's put it that way. Also, what's our gold situation looking like? Okay, cool. We're good for money. Let's head to this vineyard place and see if we can't resolve whatever the issue is. With the people with the glowing eyes. But yeah, I need to get a dedicated webcam. It's going to fix a lot of my problems that I have with using my phone for that purpose. Like, for instance, the fact that my computer can't charge my phone faster than it discharges.
I'm listening. Like go.
Can I go on the boat?
Can I help you?
I am not leaving this place. I am going to solve the mystery of your glowing eyes. What if I don't want to kill them? Don't really get a choice, do I? Oh, they're kind of strong. You people understand that you chose violence, right? This wasn't my choice. This is gonna be fun. They're gonna hate me. Oh, I guess not.
Like go.
Let's go explore their houses.
Yes.
I mean, do something. Okay, but there's a dead guy there.
I'm listening.
Let's take a rest here. Wait, we can't sleep here?
Like go.
Is it because of the dead guy? We're not allowed to sleep there.
I'm listening.
But we can sleep right outside the door of the place where we murdered everybody. We'll sleep again, go to morning, get back our health and all
Go
that.
ahead. Like go.
Dangleberry. Devs, you missed an opportunity.
Yes.
We could have been friends, people. We could have been friends, but instead... He's getting hit super hard. Correction, I'm about to die.
Speak your mind. If you insist.
By your command.
Well, damn. They hurt. All right. Well, it should have saved when we slept last. So. Although it looks like it saved before we rested.
I'm listening.
Saved before we rested. Okay.
I go.
Let's do that whole 2 sleep thing again. Pick our perks before we do that. The weight limit of all yep, we're going with that one. Shared burden. Mm-hmm. And then we'll get that perk when we wake up again. So 40%. Damn, he can carry the world on his back.
Well,
I'm always ready.
I'm listening.
Go
ahead.
We got 2 party
Don't you
members that
have
can carry
another lick
over.
spittle?
Okay.
If you insist.
What do you need? As you say.
What do you wish of me?
I wish you to create a wall right there.
What on the move? Marathi. Me?
state your will.
Whatever you say.
Here I am.
We just got
We'll
ambushed.
find a solution. I'll make it. I'm always ready. Are you certain? What do you wish of me?
Not good.
Let's see. Yes, we'll find a solution.
Me? I do your... Look into my eyes as you perish.
Hey, oh, okay, never mind. Burn in hell. Zen, get him.
What do you wish of me?
Zen, you were too slow.
What do you need? Go ahead. I'm
Okay,
listening.
well, we didn't die that time, at least.
You're in charge. Whatever you say. Aye.
Yes?
Quick, they don't know we're here. Cast fireball.
I'm listening. I go. By steel and stone. Whatever you say.
Get wrecked.
As you say.
Don't you? Yes,
Why
I
are you
know.
all the way over
Go
there?
ahead. Even the mightiest fall.
So we're all on the same page that these are essentially just like, you know, helpless villagers,
You're in
right? Like,
charge.
I mean, yeah, their eyes are glowing and all, but like, they're peasants. I'm gonna assume there's some form of demon. There's some form of demon. We'll go with that.
Can I help you?
Your eyes aren't glowing. Oh, so they were bad people. Good, good. So I didn't just slaughter a whole bunch of innocents. It makes me feel better knowing that they weren't all innocent creatures. Exactly. Like, why would you draw attention to yourself by making your eyes glow if you're innocent and, you know, not dangerous? I found your place as I traversed. Is everything all right with you? No, not at all. We've been sitting in the cellar for a whole week now trying to decipher whether to put... Trying to decipher whether to stay put or make a run for it? Okay, well, whatever. Anybody want to buy me lunch so that I can just keep going? I'm getting hungry. Actually, I plan on ordering lunch anyway, but jokes aside, it would be appreciated if somebody would kick in a buck or two. Or maybe a sub. Yes, we went over this a while ago, Zen. Dragon.exe has stopped working. My phone is currently dead. Which is why I need to get a webcam. I need to get a dedicated webcam so that I can have a dedicated webcam. Good reason, right? Oh, okay. Yeah, I planned on ordering food today. So. Locking ourselves up here when the madness ensued seemed to be the right choice at the moment, but guess what? There's no way to escape from here. I really hope you brought good news. I'm not sure about the upside. Your door is open, so if you made a run for it, you could get clear. I shall put down the farmers upstairs, up above.
I'm listening.
We won't steal from them just yet.
I go.
So, like, I was doing the right thing all along by killing the, you know, random farmers.
I'm listening. As you say. Even the mightiest fall.
Awesome.
Go ahead.
Right,
You're in charge. Taste steel.
Yes?
Spiders. Spiders, go.
What do you need?
Yes, yes, I know my phone is starting up. Thank you.
Aye.
Speak your mind.
What? What's going on?
Whatever you say.
Oh, I don't have any ammo.
By your command.
Arrows.
Don't you have another lick spittle? Look into my eyes as if you insist.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Run, 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 run.
I'm always ready.
What? On the move.
Ha!
Blood and souls.
Not this time! I have 2 health!
What do you need? You're in charge.
Me?
I met him.
I'm listening.
Give me a second. Heal!
Go ahead. Aye.
Let me see if I can pull up the over map. I think I met him here in Moonstone. Pretty sure. Pretty sure. If you really wanted to find out, you could go back into the VOD. But I'm pretty sure I met him here. If you go into the VOD, all you have to do is skip around until he shows up and then go back until he's not there anymore. And you should be pretty close to where I find him.
Whatever you, as you say. By steel and stone.
Haven't needed more. I mean, we've been handling ourselves pretty well.
I'm listening. You're in charge.
I'll eventually find more of them, but not terribly worried about it right now. So how's your playthrough going? Alright, let's check inside this building.
Speak your mind.
Yes, I'm always
Fireball.
ready. I'll make it.
Well,
To Roscor
What
with
are you
you.
certain?
I see a light.
Don't you have another lick spittle?
Ooh,
We'll find a solution.
What?
they do, you're right. But you can also get scrolls throughout the map that allow you to teach any caster how to cast any
I'm
spell.
listening.
So what I've been focusing on is going and finding different spell scrolls and teaching them to my caster.
Go ahead.
I do believe with that we have liberated the village. Liberated through murder.
I go.
You started out as a necromancer. I'm not gonna lie, that's really cool. I feel like I made a mistake by starting out as a ranger, but we'll see.
I'm listening.
With that, I think we have murdered everybody in the
Greetings.
village. It's done. The way is clear. Thank you. Thank you. We owe you our lives. Awesome. They're out of here. So, with that, we have leveled up. 5,000 experience for that. On top of all of the experience for, you know, the murder.
Speak your mind.
Let's see if there's any good loot down here. That looks decent. Arrows. Ooh, a ruby? Is that what that was? Oh, there's so much stuff that I missed. Let's grab that. Grab that. Now the question is, what was that? Hawbark. Oh. That's really nice. Why am I wearing a noble's coat again? Oh, it even gives aim and accuracy? Oh, hell yeah.
I'm
Awesome.
listening.
I think I cleared my skill check. Nice.
I'm listening. I go.
Nearly 7 times the required skill check. It's one way to do it. All right, now we got to figure out why it is that I cannot turn in this quest. Because, like, everything's dead. Everything's dead, and I should be able to clear the skill check. Let me see if I can get my my camera thing working again. I just need to order a camera.
by steel and stone. I'm listening. I go. Go ahead, as you say.
Alright, let's get away from that, and then I'm gonna go ahead and rest. Get our level or our health back, and then get the. Oh, right. Okay. So I can't go beyond 100%. So that would essentially be maxing that out.
Yes, I'm always ready.
We'll give her that. We'll get some more arcane studies because that gives me more casting slots. And then
What do you need?
Speak your mind.
spells and abilities. I don't get anything extra this time. However, that's good. We don't need more of the bow or the sling. We'll work towards small blades, I guess. Outdoor survival.
Whatever you say. I'm listening.
Seasoned warrior. You know what? Alright, we'll do that. And then I will do the
You're in charge.
well, I
What do you
guess
need?
berserk
Aye.
again. Alright, cool. So, now, head onwards toward here. And, yeah. Can I wonder. Give me a second here. I will be right back. I'm gonna take a short break, like maybe 5 minutes or so. But while I'm doing that, I'm also going to see if I can get my camera to work over Wi-Fi, which isn't ideal, but it will at least work. And then also put my phone onto a fast charger rather than charging from the computer, which clearly it doesn't like to do. So give me like 5 minutes here. All right. I can still hear and respond to you guys, but I'm working on my other computer right now. They're asking me if I remember where it was. Uh, where were those elves that we killed? What was it again? I can't remember. Ah, I'm playing via. Oh my god. Oh my god. No. Stop. Menu. I'm playing by Twitch delay right now. You know what? Hold on. This will be far easier if I do this. Okay. What is that? What does that say? I can't see it. Talgorn's Glen. Okay. Wrong keyboard. It. Sorry, I'm letting the devs know about that glitched item we found. The L7, I believe it was called. Yeah, the L7. Right then. So, it is a glitched halberd. It has 0 base weight, 0 value. It does 0 to 0 damage. And yeah. It's just a blank slate item that has absolutely nothing. It's kind of cool, though, that I found it. Apparently, it's not something the devs knew was in the game. So I was bringing it to them first. I should try to use it. You're right. I should definitely try to use it. All right. I got the webcam working. Everything's good. It's looking the wrong way. All right, there we go. Yeah, watch it hit like 90s. All right, so when I get back in the game, I'm going to go ahead and I am going to actually attempt to use that game. By the way, for any of you who are watching currently, who are not currently following and wish to see more of this game, I would highly recommend that you drop a follow because I will be streaming this morning. I have fixed my camera. I need to actually turn on I need to turn on the power. Give me 1 second. There we go. The power strip it is plugged into works in banks of 3, and I didn't have the power turned on the bank it was on. So now it's working. It's charging. It's on a fast charger, so there should be no issues with it dying on me. Bonus side benefit of this is that when I end up finishing up my stream, my phone will be at 100% battery instead of like 5. Anyway, so I wanted to avoid doing the whole webcam over Wi-Fi thing because it can have problems, but it's working perfectly fine. There's no real latency, so we're good. The benefits of having high-speed internet. Look at that. Now I can open up my Streamlabs deck again, and I can go ahead and close out. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to minimize. I can close out Twitch on Opera and dedicate my computer back to just playing the game again. All right, so now I will switch over to my main computer, and we are good to go. All right. So the question I have is why is it saying I haven't completed this quest? Is it because I didn't resolve any of this peacefully? Because, like, I get that, I do, but also I didn't really have the option. They did not give me the choice.
Can I help you?
Okay. Is there like some group of enemies that I just haven't found yet?
As you say.
I mean, aside from these guys... Our people are suffering and sometimes resort to methods unfitting. Oh my god, okay.
Greetings.
But I talked to them. I went and discussed with them. I don't understand.
I'm listening. You're in charge.
I don't get it. You know what? Whatever. It doesn't matter. Side quests. Now I can return. And she's in,
Well, by your command.
Go Farth, or whatever its name is. I have been attacked. Blindsided, even. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. You gotta remember, I mean, indie devs,
Yes?
they've been working on a pretty small budget comparatively to what you would expect for, a game such as this, which has so much depth to it. I'm not gonna be upset if there are, some bugs here and there. I'm sure they'll get working on it. But that was not the case here.
I'm listening.
Everything is okay.
I go.
We're all set. I'm apparently traveling directly across a lake, and I found, some sort of land bridge. Also, I'm going to need to order food here in a second, because, like I said, I am getting hungry. I'll try and do that without interrupting the stream too much. Is wine food?
I go.
I mean, it's like basically the same thing, right?
Well?
Yes?
Oh. Oh, the full evil, though. I'll reunite
I'm
you with your
listening.
family.
As you say.
Let's just go here. Oh, hello, Hammer. Hammer, what were you? A Dwarven Warhammer. Okay.
Go ahead. You're in
Well,
charge.
does that mean that there's like a bunch of stuff just hidden around in here? Like, can I get more stuff? No.
What do you need? Aye.
I don't really want to go through and loot like everything.
Whatever you say.
But
I go.
Hello.
excuse me? Now that my mind has been friends with the corrupting curse, I once again finally. Interesting. So I chose the right path. Okay, so that's the same. I can loot the tree for earrings. Okay. Whoa.
Speak your mind.
What do you need?
That was a lot of perks
Don't you have
for a
another
pair of
lick
earrings.
spittle?
Like, I get a +1 to every stat. +10 to health. Jeez. That reward, though. Oh, they had, like, really good sandwiches. They're breakfast sandwiches, but they're so good. But no. I should get something that's actually a little bit more filling if I'm going to spend money on it. You know what? Screw it. Whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm just gonna order. Make it that with that. Add to cart and check out. Yeah, I think not. Never mind. I'm just gonna go ahead and starve. Screw that. So about that thief, I met him. We'll just leave it at I met him.
Yes?
What?
I'm always ready. What do you wish of me?
State your will.
Me?
We met
We'll
him
find a
and
solution.
we
Whatever you say.
Here I am.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
we did not take the noble
As you
side.
say.
You guys think we're high enough level for this? I guess it's time to find out. Guys, we may die here. Yeah, my greed level's pretty high, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, I'm not greedy. Like, they don't need it. They're dead. You know how it goes.
I'm listening. Let go.
I'll check. It's on the save window, I think. Oh. No, yeah, I saw that. I saw that. It's an interesting mechanic, I'll say that much. But, we'll do an autosave here and take a look at the save file. So my quick save, greed is 191. I don't know if that's high or not, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it probably is.
I'm listening. I go.
But like, you can't just not take things, right?
Yes. I'm always ready. What do you wish of me? I'll make it.
Go ahead. By still
I've done something.
Well,
She's down.
Speak your mind.
I will say that was less than ideal, but we can probably see that.
Look into my eyes as you perish.
Maybe I shouldn't have used my mage to, you know, initiate the battle. Just thinking that might have been a mistake. They don't.
What do you need?
Well,
What do you
he
say?
does. No, he doesn't. Never mind.
Don't you have another lick spittle?
So much damage. This is where a nice fireball would have been good. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and reload. Ooh, I really like the wallpaper on my second screen. I haven't seen that one yet, but it looks really good. Alright. You know, I should have probably given some potions of invisibility to the mage. Lowest level of our party, probably be good if she could, you know, disappear. Let's go ahead, give her potions of invisibility. That probably gives extra. Okay, never mind. Never mind, not what I thought it would be. Give her a potion of healing.
Speak
I'm
your
listening.
mind. Don't you have another lick spittle?
Yes.
What?
well,
Me?
Go ahead.
I'm
Wait, no,
always
no.
ready.
You take that. You take that. Put those on your health bar. Or your hot bar, rather.
What do you need?
Here I am.
What do you wish of me?
Whatever you say. I go.
Um.
I'm listening. As you say.
We'll find a solution.
What? Look into my eyes as you perish.
I'm always ready.
And then... Be brave! Be brave, my tanks! I mean, it's entirely possible. The dev team seemed to be doing a hell of a job keeping up. Oh shit! Don't die?
Don't you have another lick spittle?
Oh, he's down, he's down.
No one will sing this.
Laugh.
What do you wish of me?
Interesting. However, I'm a little on the distracted side right now. Give me a second.
I'll make it.
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What is that run? Use your potion, lady. Oh, something's bugging the hell out. Oh my god, I think we've got this.
Are you certain?
Surrounded by curls.
Ring around the rosy. Damn it! Oh, we were so close. Nice, nice, nice. I mean, I'm using an ultra wide, not ultra wide. I'm using a curved widescreen. but it's running in 1080. So, yeah. Unfortunately, so I'm playing off of a laptop because my laptop is currently the most powerful computer I own.
I'm
We're so
listening.
close,
I
man.
go. Go ahead.
Well, by your command,
Yes? I'll make it. Are you certain?
laugh.
Now what I want is, well, first off, I
Speak
want
your
you.
Look into my eyes
Grant
as you
support to
Do you
them.
wish
perish.
of me?
Um, now,
Don't you have another lick spittle?
and then,
We'll find a solution.
and then that. I'm gonna nuke my phone, guys, but
I'm always ready.
oh, am I gonna pull this off?
We'll find a solution.
What?
I think we got this. We did it!
Whatever you say. As you say.
Oh boy, we did it, but damn, that was close. Alright, what did we get?
Me?
Identify Shadow Dagger. Interesting. Parrying. Identify the shield Blade Cracker. Interesting. Archmage robe. Brand new type of ammo.
What do you need?
Alright. Yeah, you're not wrong.
You're in charge.
Yes?
Can I help you?
Can I?
Yes.
Greetings.
That is the extent of your sorrows? The world is one long smorgasbord of shit sandwiches, and just when you think you've hit your limit, another course is served.
Okay, alright.
Whatever you say.
Still can't go down here, right? Oh, it's not barred from inside anymore. Oh wait, no, this one wasn't the one. It was that was barred from inside. And then I can't get into the main house either. It doesn't matter. Either way, I can go turn my quest in.
Why go?
Let's go take a look over here real quick. We already did look over here. A little bit of flavor text over that way. Anybody remember where these people... Oh, I think they're here. I think they're in Moonstone. Also, reminder to anyone who is currently watching, who isn't following, it is greatly appreciated to show support for the stream. Yeah. So, okay, so we got ambush, no surprise there. But I'm fast running out of
Yes. I'll make it.
You know what to do. Fireball.
You're in my way.
I'm listening.
I'm fast running out of side quests to do. And I'm wondering if what I should do from here on out in order to level up is just fast travel to different locations and kill the things that I come across within the through fast traveling. I feel like that's kind of an awful way to get my level up, but oh, and now I remember why it was so expensive. Hold on. Let me like I decided against ordering because it was going to be like $30 for an order from Wendy's, but the reason is because like the delivery fees and all that crap, because I didn't quite hit the $15 mark. It should only be about 20. I don't know, maybe toss like a frosty on or something. I'd go with something more substantive, but I just don't want to spend too much money right now. I've got a lot of money that I need to spend in the next like month or so, and saving what I've got right now is always going to be a preferable option. Wait, why? I shouldn't have that much. It's like an $8 delivery fee. Well, I guess Wendy's is out. I'm not gonna get from there. $8 to literally just drive it up the street. I mean, I could basically walk there. I'm so confused. Now it's saying that the delivery fee is $0 from the same place. I will never understand. It's okay. I'm just gonna let it go. Nope, nope, nope. We're just gonna get that. Go to checkout. My stomach is trying to claw its way out of my gut. There we go. About $10 cheaper. Whatever. Unimportant.
I'm listening.
Let's go ahead and go down to... Not
Well, I
there,
go.
but there. Who's
Yes?
my contact point here? Alright, let's see if I can drop my greed just a little bit. It's not like I need the gold anyway, so...
Go ahead. As you say.
Okay, so that completes... The only other real side quest I've got is, I mean, there's the one for the Necromancer there, but that's more of a, like, as we play through the game kind of thing. It's not something I can complete right now, I don't think. So, other than that, the only other real, the only other real side quest is going back to the Hall of Records and getting this guy his family history. Also, I should check to see if there's an update.
I'm like
If there is, I should be playing on the most current version. So
Go ahead. As you say.
can someone in chat do ! Uptime? real fast for me. Is there anyone in chat that can do that for me? Am I disconnected from the chat? What? Yeah, I got disconnected from the chat. Would you look at that? If you've done it, can you do it again for me? And also, if I've missed anything in the last, like, 5 minutes, that's on me. I apologize.
I'm listening. I go.
All right, let's go talk to the record keeper for Held.
I go. I'm
Held?
listening.
I literally can't do anything.
Go ahead. As you say. What do you need? You're in charge.
I can't do Held's side quest.
Whatever you say.
Until I
I'm
prove
listening.
that I'm a no.
Aye.
Okay.
I go.
And I guess I'll do the thing I asked myself. Give me a second. Just hoping not to have to pause. Okay, so almost 3
ahead.
hours.
As you say.
Can I help you?
Let's go search these areas and maybe I'll find a side quest or two that'll get me leveled up. I really want to hit at least level 10 before I start down the main quest line.
I'm listening. I go.
Print screen? Is that supposed to be like that?
Go ahead. As you say.
Oh, I guess it is. That's super interesting. I like that. It's just a floating helmet, sword, and shield. Oh my god, that messes with my head. Sorry for anybody who was just forced to watch that.
Can I help you?
Oh, that did weird things to my eyes, man. Oh. Hmm.
I go.
Down here? Anything fun on the cabinetry? No. Not really worth the risk. Eh. Not worth it.
Yes?
Look, I'm just curious, guys. I'm not here to take anything, I swear.
As you say.
Why are we here? I'm looking for quests, side quests. That's what I'm looking for.
I go. Hello?
An initiate? But I don't see any initiates. Herbalist?
Can I help you?
Yes.
You have a name! Each their own. It happens I need services of a traveling sort of person. Like yourself. I am almost finished my thesis, after which I will be recognized as a full master of natural arts, but there's something I am lacking. I need a book I recall from my childhood, which is unfortunately not found in our library. What is the... It's called The Voice in the Woods. I am carrying one of those. Well, not carrying, but I know where I can grab one. Yes, I think I can help you with that. Am I carrying that book on
Speak
me?
your mind.
Yes?
Well,
I am
I'm
not.
listening.
But I do know where I can get it. In fact, I don't even have to steal it from the library. I just have to go grab it from my barrel.
I go.
Hmm. Excuse me. Esport Uwu. Or oh well. Ah, hello. It looks like it's angry. Look at it. It looks mad at
I'm
you.
listening. Like go.
Oh, by the way, Gat, what happened to the thief was, well, I mean, you know, murder. Murder happened. Murder happened a lot. As tends to happen. He you know, fell down the stairs and on the way down beat himself to death. No worries. It's fine. He's all right. He's just taking a nap under a tree. I have stuff to sell to him too, so.
Like go.
Wait, did I sell my book?
Can I help you?
Am I gonna have to steal the book? No, I should be able to find the person I sold it to. Yeah, there it is. Okay. We're good. We got this. That was the wrong spot. For those of you wondering, I have never claimed to be smart. In fact, usually quite the opposite. Ah, that explains it. I had a very confusing moment where Uber Eats was gonna charge me like $8 and change in order to deliver food to me, which I was like, hey, you know, I'm probably not gonna go ahead and pay for that.
Like go.
And then they were like, oh, you know what? Never mind. We'll just we're not actually charging you that. And in fact, actually, like the other fees and taxes and surcharges and blah 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 that we were going to charge you, don't worry about those either. So, but I ended up getting my food like $10 cheaper than what it was going to be, which is awesome. And actually put it into a price range I was willing to pay. Fun times. But anyway, all that aside, I went to the wrong spot. You didn't miss much. We went to go search for more side quests. I found a guy who was willing to give me a quest to go grab the book that I already had. But then I found out that I didn't already have it because I sold it. And I had to go find the guy who I sold it to. And then just got that, and that's where you came back, so.
Let go.
Yeah, it's ridiculous how many fees they charge, right? I'm guessing you're out in the middle of nowhere. Not like the middle of nowhere, because if you're in the middle of nowhere, Uber wouldn't be a thing. But like, I'm guessing you're not like near a city. Am I right? Oh, yeah, no, I know what Phoenix, Arizona is. I've actually been there. Once or twice. I don't remember much of it because I was driving tractor trailer at the time, and I was with another guy, and he had been driving. We were about to do like a trade, a swap. Yeah, that's where my story's going. We were about to do a swap. I had just woken up.
I'm
it was
listening. Let go.
I want to say like 10 o'clock in the morning, maybe a little bit earlier than that. And I ended up taking like I needed to go, to the restroom and all of that, do all my morning stuff, right? And You're the opposite of me. I have 9 months of negative temperatures, so but I took 2 steps outside of the truck, and now mind you, I was in the shade of the truck, and every drop of moisture left my body instantly. It was no joke. 129 degrees in the shade of the truck. I decided I really didn't need to use the bathroom that bad. It could wait. It was like a physical punch.
Yes.
Alright, tell me about yourself. The most important thing to know about me is my devotion to the practice of natural magic. As an elf, I was raised in the tradition of the druidic mages of my people. But after my family moved to Itzelbright and I took up my studies at Wardenhof, I began to hear the calling of Talindia. The goddess's voice was irresistible, and I soon accepted her as my patron. So you're not a mage, necessarily. A sorcerer. A warlock. I've spent more than 2 decades within the walls of this noble institution, committing myself to the magical preservation of the purity of nature. While I may lack the insight of clerics and druids, I am certain the Green Mother is guiding me on this journey. Man, I am not surprising. I'm not surprising. I'm not surprised. It was awful. And mind you, I had just driven through Death Valley. I got to Phoenix, and that's where I noped the fuck out of the heat. But yeah, I'm up in Minnesota, so like legitimately the exact opposite from you. I admire your dedication to such a worthy cause. You must be a valued part of life at the Academy. So your family resides here? Raised deep in the eastern forests of Izilmarad. Merald. Even if in my childhood, many elves were leaving their tribes and everything they knew to start new lives in the towns and cities of the kingdom. My family always held the natural world to be an important part of our lives, but our close connections to the elven community were, in the long run, even more important. There could have been a comma there. But anyway, so we chose to leave with one of the bigger groups for Isilbright. But my family still proudly displays the ceremonial tattoos of our forest tribe. Having settled in one of the better quarters of the capital, my parents and 2 siblings and I enjoyed... Yeah, they need to work on their writing. But anyway, and I enjoyed relative prosperity for many years. I don't see them very often these days. My hours are consumed by my studies, and when I'm not poring over my books, I have my apprentices to mentor. But every once in a while, my family gathers in the forest outside the city to pay tribute to our elven lineage. I agree, friend. He who would abandon his roots is lost. Excuse me, but hold on, hold on. I gave you the book, didn't I? Oh, he wants potions now. They could be found anywhere, but I'm told the famous Rillo alchemist. Why die? Who died? Rillo alchemist. Rillo? Do I know of a place called Rillo? I do not. Alright, well,
As you say.
when we figure out the mystery of what that's about, let's look for other named NPCs.
What do you need? You're in charge.
Mendelroth. Who are you? I've never seen your faces before. Get out before I call the sentries to escort you themselves.
Whatever you say.
Well, he's not very friendly now, is he?
Aye.
Nothing in there. I guess we'll go downstairs and look for more. Librarian Severin? Ooh, hello. I apologize, but the warden half library is restricted to members of the college. If a member of the college accompanied me, could I access the library? Yes, college members are allowed to bring guests, except under unusual circumstances, such as when said members' access has been modified or restricted, or if said guests are particularly disheveled. How can I get at it? Since I can enroll as a student or a professor, or a professor could grant me a dispensation. I see.
Yes, I'll make it.
What about her? Can she go? Thanks for the
I'm listening.
information.
I go.
So I'm guessing if I enter the library without permission, I'm going to be attacked. Yeah. Hey, look.
Hello?
May I browse your wares? Okay. Ooh. Okay. Not really what I'm looking for though, but good to know he's there. What's in the basement?
I go.
Can I help you?
Well, by your command.
Not really all that much, I guess.
I'm listening. I go.
Man, this place is laggy. I get that there's a lot of NPCs in the area, but like I'm rocking a 2070, so
Go ahead.
I would have expected it to be a little bit more optimized than that. I mean, hell, I can play war games at more than 70 FPS or more than 40 FPS. Explosions, particle effect, all that, you know? Cracking my spine is not doing me the favors I'd hoped it would. For some reason, that just burned.
I go.
You know what? Let's head out of here. Let's go to the next area. Graybark Square. I'm gonna check on my food too. Well, I've got a moment. Alright, he's heading over to pick it up. Make sure this thing is actually loading. There you go. Perfect. Oh. Super low energy right now. My God. I feel like I didn't sleep. But I did. I actually slept quite well.
I'm listening. Light go.
You.
Okay. What's here? Oh, there's a whole bunch of things here. Couple of inns. Butcher. Crits. Okay. Pawn shop. I mean, the witch's dwelling should have stuff, right? And if I can't get in there because it's nighttime, I can go to the tavern, sleep, do all that wonderfulness. It's my battery percentage looking like. Oh, good. And that. Okay, that's
As you
locked.
say.
Can I help you?
Hopefully. Oh. Interesting. Um, um, oh, okay. It's because it was paused. Alright. Ah. Okay. Oh, you can mess up. Interesting. I didn't know you could mess up. Interesting. Okay. Also, I just got hit with a very obvious attempt at phishing. It's quite interesting.
I'm listening.
Lord,
Yes.
you must have something. Please, I intend to pay you with the bracelet just as I said. I had it a moment ago. Well, obviously I didn't intend.
Hello.
Oh, it's Lord Markham. I believe there's this. Always a pleasure gaming with you, Lord Markham, especially when I win. So I'm in a cutscene now. Haven't a cutscene on net right now, but please find it later at the embassy of Cedar. You'll find it in the castle district. You'll have your reward there. Okay, cool. I mean, I don't necessarily care, but
Go ahead.
a hustler,
Greetings.
you say? Interesting. Okay. Well, I found the noble. The noble doesn't actually know what I did in order to get. Oh.
Speak your mind.
Yes?
What?
Can I help you?
Okay, what if I
Well?
use one of the male characters? Okay.
I'm listening.
Don't. Where's my food?
I'm listening. Like go.
Alright, the witch should be open now. It is daytime. And then I guess we'll go explore the crypts.
Hello.
Oh, we will buy all of those. Send it straight to her inventory. Oh, hell yeah. Buy that too. That as well. Give me all of your scrolls. I may have accidentally bought too many of them. I may have bought way too many of them. Let me reload that. I spent $4 grand on scrolls I didn't need. I had meant to only buy one of them. One of each. Yes, it is on me. I understand that. That is my fault. At the same time, we are not wasting money like that. It's not happening. And I don't need the spider scroll at all because I already know it. Apparently. I'd very much appreciate food. He should be here momentarily, but I believe he's going to need to call me in order to actually get in. So let's auto or quick save
Hello.
here. Buy one, buy one, buy one. Wait, can I? I don't think it works like this, but
Yes.
yeah, okay, it doesn't work like that.
I'm listening. Like go.
She didn't have any of the potions I needed, right? I don't think she did. Also, hello, welcome everybody. Feel free to ask questions and you know, populate chat and whatnot. Oh, I should have probably taken the mini quest, the side quest. Don't be shy. I won't bite.
Hmm?
I'll get them. Fine, yeah. Look for places with old undead creatures. Slay them and cut them up. Look for blood from someone. I need a single quest, for which I will pay 250 gold. I need to give you some potion of food as a token.
I'm listening. Like go.
Now, if it's an offer, it's not greedy to accept it, right? I mean, old undead. You can't get more old and more old and more dead than the cemetery, I would think. It's good to file some corpses. Nothing in the first script. Nothing in crypt number 2.
Like go.
I don't know, this might not be the right place. What if I go in the mausoleum? Still nothing. Okay, so maybe the crypts aren't where I'm supposed to go. Maybe I could start with asking the Gravekeeper? He might have an idea of where, you know, I might find an undead. After that, we'll hit up Tools of the Trade, but I should probably check this tavern out too. Now that I think about it. Care to lend a helping hand for a poor elf in a troubled time investigating the horrible screams you've been hearing toward the from towards the cemetery? Is no task. What sort of trouble do you need help with? Okay, every night. Yeah. Yeah, so it is at night. That's okay. Glad I grabbed this quest first. I mean,
I go.
and I can camp here because the bright guard don't care.
As you say.
I figured it was a matter of a timing
By
thing.
steel and stone!
Yes?
I didn't actually teach her any of the skills. Whoops.
I'll make it.
I'm least I go.
I am not surprised at all.
I go.
Nothing in there.
I go.
Keep checking the crypts since we're headed down this way anyway.
I
Don't
go.
care about what's in there.
I go.
I mean, do we actually let them leave? Oh, wow. They each have their own... John Shaden found Gribble. Shaden found. I love it. Okay. Where'd he leave it? Let me go check and see if it's up. Hold on. I will be right back, guys. Give me a second. It is not. I have to go out and grab it. Hold on. I will be right back. Pretty sure I didn't get my Frosty. Oh well. Really? Gonna be like that?
Yes? No, I must survive.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What? 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 Wow. Well, it doesn't matter. Anyway, I'm going to go eat. I think I will call it there for today. We've lost most of our audience, so it doesn't really make much of a difference. Whoops. I want to see what my uptime is. Yeah, I mean, a 4-hour stream, that's good enough for right now. I will be back on with more of this tomorrow, but later tonight, for anybody who's in here, anybody who wants to see more, I think I'm going to be doing a stream of Enlisted tonight. So I will see you guys then. Probably in like an hour or two, I'll stream it again. And
I'm listening.
yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll talk to you later.